Panther football team, ranked 5th in the nation, picked up another victory in the Missouri Valley Football Conference. Now sole possession of second place in that tough conference there. Coach talked about the victory, 17-9, the final score. A lot of offense in the first half, and able to will your way to another victory here.
Well, it was a tight first half. I mean, I thought it was going to be a hard football game to come back off those 2 weeks on the road. Fortunately, we were in the dome, and when we didn't score that first drive because everything was going right, and a penalty kind of got us called back, I thought that kind of stunned a little bit, and then they scored first, and then it got to be a battle instead of a game that maybe we could have pulled away in.
How tough was your defense going up against an offense that was throwing a lot at you with the Wildcat and a lot of different formations and things?
Yeah, well, they threw everything at us because they were just trying to find a way to win, and they were really eating up the clock around the Wildcat too. So they did a nice job, had a great plan. After viewing it, kind of saw how they were trying to attack us, and but our defense, and once they got in the red zone, our defense stepped up and did not let them in the end zone.
Yeah, that bend but don't break. You didn't give up a touchdown all day. They never scored more than 3 points in any quarter. That had to be one of the best takeaways after you're watching that game.
Well, it was the best takeaway. They had 8-play drive and 9-play drive, got inside our 10, 15-yard line, and then we stepped up and shut them down. And none bigger than the last one in the fourth quarter when they were actually at the 5-yard line on 1st and goal, and we kept them out of the end zone.
It's been a real special season, but one of the reasons I think for the success has been winning that turnover margin, and that's something you've really hung your hat on this year.
Well, it is. It really because the resilience, because of the consistency of how we're playing in the fourth quarter. We're playing good in the fourth quarter, and you kind of set things up. Multiple guys are playing early in the game, and then later in the game, we're still fresh. So defensively, we're getting the takeaways, but just as important as the offense is not giving takeaways. So that adds up and helps win.
Your big playmaker, Isaiah Weston, had an awesome catch, but then went to the sideline due to injury. Talk about why that's hard not having him on the field and why that gave an opportunity for some other guys to step up.
Well, we've lost multiple people this season on offense, particularly on offense, and Isaiah was really having a tremendous season, is having a tremendous season. And when we lost him, we had a lot of things that revolved around him, whether it was the ball was going to him or how he was going to help us get the ball somewhere else. And when we lost him, you can almost throw out 50% of the game plan because you weren't very deep going in, and then when you lost him, it really hurt some other things that were going on around him.
Trevor Allen had a really nice day running the football.
He did. The offensive line is blocking very well right now. The two tight ends, Jaden Scott and Brock Hadachek, are doing a nice job right now blocking for us. But Trevor hit that hole hard, and that made a difference.
Other takeaways from this game, it really seemed like a battle in the trenches and just a real physical battle.
It was physical. They played a physical football game against us. That was their design. And but all in all, it came at a good time. We got a home game against that kind of football team who, as I told the football team, when you get ranked this high, you're going to get the best game from your opponent. It's just not going to be another game. And in this particular game, they stepped up, and fortunately, we met the challenge.
Talk about where the mindset is with this team as you're getting ready to go on the road to face a top 10 South Dakota State team, and then back home for one more game to close out the regular season.
Well, our minds in the fact that we've been working on this a long time, this November run, and been trying to gauge practices towards it so we're in sync, and so we're in that last phase of that. But at the same time, the players, they have to have consistency from Monday through Saturday. There can't be highs and lows. This is no bigger game than Indiana State was last week, and the next weekend will be the same. So we just have to take care of Mondays and Tuesdays and stay consistent. And when the game time hits Saturday, we've got to put our best football team and our best effort on the field.
The guys are probably having fun on this win streak here, aren't they?
Well, it's a lot easier to get over your wounds and your bruises if you walk away with a win. And it definitely has been a great run, and 2 games on the road and 2 games in the dome. So, but we got a huge challenge this week.
Panthers undefeated at home. We'll have more on that right after this here on Panther Sports Talk.